All right, hey guys, welcome back to another Imperium Classics Legends Horizons playthrough. We are going to be doing a playthrough with the Macedonians against the Persians. So the Persians will be the bot. We'll go over all their stuff once we kind of start doing their turn, but we'll do our stuff first, which is the Macedonians. Passive is when you play a region from your discard pile, gain 2 material. So we've got that going on for us. At the end of the game, that's going to be 2 points, or 1 point for every 2 regions we have. So we kind of want to get a lot of regions. I forgot to put my progress there. So let's go ahead and get started here. So we're going to draw our hand, which is lovely. All unrest. Okay. Now, one interesting thing is that we know the bot is going to want to take that. So we're going to take it before them. We're going to play this. We're going to exhaust our merchant to acquire this from the deal. Hopewell exchange system. The commerce effect is put up to 2 cards from your discard pile. Or from your hand or discard pile into your history, or draw 2 cards, and then as the profit effect, we would pay 3. Trade goods up to 7 times to gain 1 material or 1 population. Okay, that comes in here. We've got a gang of unrest. We're going to spend our first action playing Phalanx. We can exhaust this to play a region from our discard pile, spending as a normal action there, so that'll work with that. We are then going to play, we're going to spend a thing to play this unrest by discarding that and that. That's gone. We're then going to play another unrest by discarding these 2 to get rid of that one. And I think that's it. So let's go ahead and play this on there. We'll draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see what the bot's going to do now. 3. Okay. So they're going to play a region card. When they play a region, they play the card, the exile card from the market, and they gain a material. I'm sorry, they gain a population. So they're going to play this region here. This gets exiled. They're going to gain that. For Conquer, this would be a barbaric card. They would spend 3 population to break through for a tributary and then put that in their history. If they can't, they're going to spend 2 material to take a civilized or uncivilized card. And if they still can't, they're going to gain 1 material, 1 population, and put this card back on top of the deck. So they're going to gain 1 of each. That goes on top of their deck. This one is going to be a tributary, so they're going to gain 2 material and 2 population. Discard the top card of the bot deck, put this into their history. And then finally they have Glory. Glory would be abandon 3 regions to gain the top card of the Fame deck. If unable, they'll break through for a region. So they took something that I wanted, but you know what? It is what it is, and that gets discarded. They're going to add this here. They're going to trade. So the first priority of their trade, or at the end of the effect, is they're going to acquire a trade route card. There isn't one. They're going to pay 5 5 trade goods to flip to a merchant empire. They're not going to do that. They're going to resolve profit abilities, but they don't have any of that. Then they're going to trade. When they go to trade, they're going to look for a trade route card on the board. There isn't anyone, so then they're going to spend a progress for a trade good. And then we're going to move on down. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'll just do that. Keep it so I don't get stuff mixed up. Okay. So our turn. Let's see. We've got a few different things going on. I think I want to play Philip II. So acquire a civilized, uncivilized region or tributary card. Put this into your history. So we're going to get this, the Ionoans. So as a free play, we can return up to 2 unrest from our hand or discard pile and put this into our history. Oh, there's one of those. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to return this and this here. This goes into our history. Part of me wants to block them from getting some of that stuff. So do I take that Swahili coast? I think I'm going to. We're going to exhaust this to acquire Swahili Coast. We're going to get that unrest. And then we're going to exile a card from the market. We'll get rid of that. We'll spend an action discarding Unrest, or playing Unrest by discarding those two. So that's gone. And then we'll spend our last action by exhausting this to play this from our discard pile. It's going to gain us 1 material, and then this gets, as a passive ability, we get 2, I'm sorry, 1 population. We'll get 2 material. We're going to end our go. Those get discarded. We'll place this there. We draw. We draw. Boom. We'll shuffle up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see what the bot does. 5. Okay. So Unrest just goes back to the pile. They're going to play that. That gets gone. They're going to gain themselves that. That goes back to the pile. Prosperity. So they would discard the top card of the bot deck. They will gain 1 population and 1 material for each tributary, or for each region they have in play, and then we get to draw a card. That gets added to the marsh. And then they would trade, but there's nothing for them to trade, so they're going to not do anything. Okay. So we've got a lot of stuff kind of going on here. I think let's spend our first action on Conquer. We're going to spend 2 material, 2 population to take that. That gets us 1 of those. Now we took Marsh here, so gain 2 material, exile a card from the market, you may garrison a card. I've got another Conquer, which may behoove us to get. So let's go ahead and activate this, which is Pelagonia. It's going to gain us a population. And we'll spend our last one on another Conquer. We'll spend these 2 to take this. Woodland. You may draw a card of your choice from your discard pile and place on top of your deck. Exile a card from the market. You may garrison a card. Okay. That comes into play. I think that's all we can do. So I'm going to hold on to Prosperity. I'm going to hold on to Marsh. I'm going to discard everything else. We're going to place a Progress out on... Oh, this shouldn't be here. We'll place the Progress out on that, I guess. Actually, let's... Hold on. I'm going to discard that, and then we're going to draw up. So we're going to draw. We'll flip this. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay. So let's see. The bot's going to go, whoops, on 2. They're going to play this. That get exiled. They'll gain that. Conquer. They'll spend 3 to break through for a tributary. So let's see what they got here. There's a tributary. That goes into their history. Glory, these 3 get abandoned for the top card here. And then Prosperity, they would gain, this gets discarded, and then we would both draw a card, or I would draw a card, and then this gets discarded. They can't do any trades, so that's it. 1, 2, 3. Now, both our Civ and their Civ will flip to an Empire fairly quickly, so we've got to kind of get that going here. Okay, so this is interesting because I've got Glory and I can't really use it this turn. So I think what we're going to want to do is we're going to play Prosperity as well. We're going to get ourselves 1 material or 1 population per every one of these out in play. We get to draw a card. They will get to discard the top card of their deck. We can play Marsh. We'll gain 2 material for that. Then we're going to spend our last on Glory. We'll abandon these 3 to look at the top 2 cards here, which is Awe-Inspiring and Marvelous. So free play, draw the top card of your deck, or discard a card, or put it into your history. Wait, draw the top card of your deck, if able, and choose to discard it or return it to the top of your deck, or put it into your history. Now here's the thing. So Marvelous, 1 hand size passive. It's 2 less point, or Awe-Inspiring gives us passively an additional card on our hand, which will make us cycle through our deck faster, which makes we can develop faster. But this is 2 extra points, so we can start throwing stuff from our history, which will thin our deck. I think I want Awe-Inspiring. I think I want that. Okay. I think that's going to be it. So we're going to go ahead and end our go. I'm going to keep Awe-Inspiring, and I'm going to keep Hopeful Exchange. We're going to discard everything else. Or do I want to discard everything and... Actually, we're going to discard everything. Because we're going to... That's only 4. Yeah. I think it's probably more important to get to the point so we can start developing. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Okay. 5. Advance. So they're going to spend these 3 for breaking through for a tributary. There it is. That goes into their history. They have a tributary. They gain 2 material and 2 population. Discard top card of the bot deck. This goes into their history. Conquer. Another tributary. Ugh. History. Unrest. They're unable to trade, so they're going to end the go. Okay. Alright, so we have a couple options here. Now, there is a card to make these usable for us later down the road, so we may keep them. Okay. We'll play this Orestes. This will gain us 2 material. We'll play Conquer by spending these 2 to take this floodplain. We'll play Floodplain. So this says you may put a card from your discard pile into your history, exile a card from the market, you may garrison a card. We're going to put this Conquer into our history. We're going to exile a card from the market, which will be this one. I think that's all my actions. Let's exhaust this to turn a progress. We'll trade a progress for a trade good. And we're going to call it there. I think I'm going to keep... I'm going to discard this. We'll discard... Yeah, we'll just discard everything. And I got to put a progress out. I'm going to put that progress there. Okay, 3. So they're going to play this. That gets exiled. They're going to gain this. This tributary before... it's a tributary before it is a barbaric card. So this gets discarded. This goes to their history. So for fame cards, they discard top 3 cards of the bot deck. So 1 gets discarded because they can't discard anymore. That goes into their history. And then finally, they're going to play this. That gets exiled. This comes into play, and they're going to gain one of these. Progress gets added there. Now, they're going to acquire this because it's available. So they're going to acquire that card. And that comes into play. And we'll bring these out. All right. So... interesting. Okay. So we're going to pay Pelagonia. We'll get a population. We're going to play Glory. These get discarded. We have to play this at the top 2 cards here. Marvelous and Notorious. Free play, you may draw a card, steal a progress from another player. If they can't, take an unrest, or we'll take Marvelous. So free play, draw the top card of your deck, if able. Return it to the top or put it into your... Discard it. Choose to discard it, return it to the top, or put it in your history. We're going to choose to discard it. And then we're going to play Hopewell Exchange. So as the commerce effect, we can choose up to 2 cards from our hand or discard pile and put them into our history. Or draw 2 cards. We're going to put that into our history. And then we're going to exhaust Merchants to do this ability and draw 2 cards. Ah, there's Awe-Inspiring. Darn it. Okay. We are going to end our turn. I'm going to keep the Unrest, and I'm going to discard these 2. We'll place this out on there. We're going to draw up. That goes here, which makes us an Empire now. All right, our turn is over. 5. Prosperity, they're going to gain 1 of each of these. Discard the top card here. We draw a card. So let's kind of clean this up a bit because they've got a lot of stuff going on. Unrest. They're going to play this Lapis Lazuli trade. When they play it, they will get to, as the commerce effect, acquire a tributary. If unable, they're going to get 4 material. So we're going to trade one of these out for this. They're going to play this. They could exile a card from the market, but they can't because there's not one available. And they're going to gain a material, which I just grabbed, but we're going to swap that out for a 5. That'll get added here. Now they're going to trade. So now the trade, now there's multiple trade deals out here. So the precedence is going to be when the bot selects the trade, it ignores any that I already have 3. It selects the one with the most. So it's going to select this. It's going to place a good here and get a good. And then it's going to activate this effect. And when it activates this effect, it will discard top card of the bot deck and discard top card of the dynasty deck. Okay. That goes here. That goes here. That gets added there. This gets shuffled. This flips. And now this flips. All right, let's see what we got here. So first things first, we're going to play Awe-Inspiring, so this increased our hand size by 1. Let's exhaust this to put up to 2 cards into our history. So we're going to put this into our history. We'll spend an action on Unrest, and we'll spend 3 of these to return the Unrest to the pile. No, actually, yeah, no, we won't spend the 3. We'll discard 2 cards. Return that to the pile and spend our last action on Alexander. We can draw a card. You may break through for a tributary or a region, and then put this card in your history. So we're going to draw a card. We're going to break through for a tributary. If there's any more in here. There it is, Egyptians. Okay, we're going to discard everything. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now because of Awe-Inspiring. Okay, nice. Okay, 5. Flip that. So they're going to play this. Now it changes. So they change this to where they just play an exile card from the market. Now there's nothing for them to exile because everything has the counter on it. Tributaries, we're going to gain them 2 progress and go into their history. Prosperity is just going to get them, they're going to acquire a region, but there isn't one available. If unable, they'll gain a progress, so they're just going to get points. That gets discarded. They're going to play that out. They won't do this. They will now do their end of turn trade, so they're going to place one here. That gets placed there. They're going to trigger that effect, which will get them 4 material. So I'm going to swap these 2 out for a 10. Okay. Uh-oh. I've got nothing going on here. Okay. Okay. We'll do Marvelous. We'll draw the top card of our deck. And I'm going to put it in my history. We're going to spend 2 of our actions to play out Pelagonia and Orestes. This will get us 2 material and 1 population. We're going to spend our last action doing Hopewell Exchange. For the profit effect, we get these back. That gets discarded, and we can choose to gain 1 population and 1 material 7 times. So we're going to gain 5 population and 2 material. And we're going to spend this. We're going to pay these 3 to flip to a merchant empire. And we're going to end our turn. I'm going to discard these 2. We're going to draw. Oh, I got to put something out. We'll put that there. I'm going to draw. Actually, I'm going to put that here. We're going to draw, and then we're going to choose a card to develop for. And I think I want to get... Let's get development. So it's going to cost us 4 material and 1 population. And this lets us choose to either develop or pay 2 material to acquire a uncivilized or civilized card. So we're going to do that. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. That gets my discard pile. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 4. So the bot will put this into their history. Glory will abandon those 3. Take the top card here. This is an ongoing card. They're going to put this into their history. And this is going to be a civilized or an empire card, which lets them acquire a tributary and it lets them acquire something. So they get the thing with the most points, which would be this one. So they're going to take these. I'm going to swap these 5 out for one single 5. They get these 2. This goes into their history. And then they're going to trade. So they're going to put this here, which lets them get 4 material. So I'm going to trade this out for that. All right. And then the progress gets added here. Okay. Okay, well, first things first, we'll play Marsh. This will give us 2 population or 2 material. We'll play Glory, which these will all go here. We'll look at the top 2 cards here. I guess we're taking Triumph. So Triumph cannot be played and cannot be garrisoned. So we need to find a way to throw it into our history. Okay. As our last action, Let's exhaust phalanx to return, basically return this, play this from our discard pile. This will get us a population as well as 2 material for this effect. You can garrison a card. We'll garrison Euaxons. We're going to end our turn. I'm going to keep Egyptians. I'm going to discard everything else. There it is. Okay. Oh, I didn't put a progress out. Okay. So prosperity, they're going to gain... Oh, they're just going to acquire this. Unrest goes back to the pile. This is going to be... They're going to acquire something here. So this one, because it's worth the most points. Trade that out for a 10. This goes into their history. They'll play this, exile a card from the market. They will trade. So they'll do that. Take a tributary from the deal. There isn't one, so then they're going to exchange this for 4 more. One, two, three, 4. All right. I kind of want to save those for the developing. So I think we're going to spend 2 of our actions to do these 2 tributaries. We're going to gain a population. We may put a card from our discard pile into our history. So we're going to put Triumph into our history. And then exile a card from the market. So that is gone. And then as our last action, we'll exhaust Phalanx to bring in that. Oh, bring in that. We'll get 2 of these and then 2 more. Oh, this is our hand still. Okay. We're going to end our go. That gets discarded. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, let's trade. And we'll do that for a trade good. And then we're going to end our go. These come off. We'll develop again. I'm going to keep these 2 but discard everything else. Let's get Companion Cavalry. So whenever you play a region, you may... So your Conquer cards lose their Barbarian icon. When you play a region, exhaust this to draw a card. And that's going to cost us 3 population. Okay. I don't think I even need some of this stuff because I'm end up... Oh, and I got to put one of these out here. We'll put that there. 4. Okay, so Fame card, they're going to spend 3 of these. Spend 3 to gain that many progress. Oh, spend 3 to gain 1 progress, so they get to do it again. So they do it as many times. So they gain 2 progress for 6 of that. This goes in their history. Unrest goes back here. Export, so this will be, they'll break through for a region. You gain 2, oh gosh. I'm going to break through for a tributary, not a region. So I'm going to break through for a tributary. We're going to gain 2 population and take an unrest. Sorry, 2 material and gain an unrest. And they're going to play that. This gets exiled. And then they're going to resolve profit abilities. So it'll be this because that's the next thing. So they're going to resolve that profit ability. So for the profit ability on this, they break through for this. And this goes into their history. Okay. take these off for that because they're adding one there. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we'll play this by discarding, I guess, develop in Egyptians. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter, but we're going to get rid of that. We'll play Glory. This, and this will get discarded. We're going to take Triumph. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to exhaust to... don't want to do that. We'll play this Swahili Coast. So draw a card and gain a progress, and then we can break through for an uncivilized card. So we'll draw a card. We'll gain a progress. We'll exhaust this to put this here to draw a card and gain a progress. I guess that's all we can really do. So we're going to end our turn. That gets discarded. These come off. We will draw. Let's put this out on, I guess, here. And then we're going to develop again. Let's grab Alexander the Great. So it's going to be 4 population. I'm sorry, 4 progress and 2 population. Not progress, material. Alexander the Great, it says free play. You may acquire a tribute or a region twice, including from the exile pile, and then put this card in your history. Okay, I think the game actually will end with the Fame deck running out, which will be interesting. Okay, 3. They're going to play that. This gets exiled. They're going to acquire a card. So this one's got the most points. They're going to acquire that one, which is kind of an ouchie because I didn't really want them to do that. But this goes into their history. They're going to play this. This gets exiled. They're going to get 2 progress, and this will go into their history. This goes here. Now they are going to then spend 5 to flip and take this. Okay. Progress gets added here. This goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we basically are on King of Kings. So if we can get another card, then we can end the game. Oh, and we did do that, so that goes there. So we'll play Alexander the Great. We'll acquire 2 of these. So we'll take this and we'll take that. This goes into our history. We'll play Marvelous as a free play. So look at the top card of our deck. We're going to put it into our history. So if I have the exhaust here, I can still develop, right? With the card effect, I think I can. So we're going to play development. We can develop here. So we're going to develop Alexandria and Aurea. It's going to be 2 of these and 4 of these. So this will be, you may discard on Solstice, discard a card to gain, it's like a normal city type deal, but we're going to gain that. Still only spent 1 action. We'll play this for Companion Cavalry. And then we'll spend our last one for Marsh. It'll give us 2 material. We can exhaust this to draw a card. And then we would exile a card from the market. So that is gone. And then we're going to end our turn, and I'm going to discard my whole hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That comes off. We'll add this to there. Okay. Let's roll this. That's a 1. So for them, they spend 3 as many times as they can to gain 1. And then they put this in their history, so they can't do it any times. They're going to put that back. Invasion, this is going to be, they're going to break through for this. We're going to gain 2 material and an unrest. This goes there. And then glory, they're going to abandon these 3 for King of Kings. So this token flips over. So King of Kings for them. I got to remember what this does for them. So King of Kings for the bot. Wait a minute. This doesn't happen that often, so I've got to remember what the King of Kings does. So if the bot would gain King of Kings, regardless of which side they are, okay, if the bot is an Empire, they instead gain 3 and draw as the top card from the Dynasty deck, and place it on top of the bot deck. So they're going to gain 3 progress. They're going to place this on top of their deck. Okay. That gets discarded. This gets flipped. So we would be able to develop for free if we were to do that, which is the only thing we really can do. But now we're going to play one more round because the game end has been triggered. So progress will get added here. Oh, let's make this go away. Oh, no. Progress get added there. They're going to trade. So they're going to do this. They're going to put this here. And gain themselves this. Let's consolidate these a bit too. So that's going to be 5. It's going to be 10. Ugh. And then when they do the Swahili Coast for that effect, they discard the top card of the bot deck and gain a progress. Okay, so that gets added there. That gets added there. One, two, three. Okay. That was not really what I was hoping for, but you know what? We can't really help it. So we'll play Egyptians. This will let us develop. So we're going to get mosaics. This is 4 material and a population, so we're going to do that. This goes into the history. We are going to exhaust phalanx in action to bring in jungle. That'll get us a population. Exile a card from the market. We can exhaust this when we play this and we get our 2 material from playing that from here. But we can just draw a card, so we would develop again. So we're going to spend 4 and 1 to do Alexandria and Egypt. That happens there. And then finally, we're going to spend our last action on glory. These will get abandoned. We're going to do this, which lets us develop for free, so we'll get that card for free. We're going to end the go. So that is going to be it. That gets discarded. These flip. We're going to add this to there, I guess. Okay, so we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I think I still get to do this because it doesn't say if able. So it just says draw a card. I think if it said draw a card if able, then I couldn't if I didn't have anything in my deck. But because it doesn't say if able, I can do it. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. Okay, so this, gain 2 progress. This goes into the history. They're going to play this. This gets exiled. Prosperity is just going to let them acquire this. Which is also going to be a bunch more points. And then finally, exports. They're going to break through for a tributary. There are no tributaries, so they'll gain 2 progress. We'll get 2 material and an unrest. That gets added there, and then we'll play these out. And that'll be the game. Because there's no solstice effect, so that's the game. So let's see what points everything yields us. We'll bring up the calculator here. So we are using the classics common decks. Macedonians versus the Persians. Let's go ahead and go to next. Okay, so for us, this is not like the super duper matters, but put that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 0 of these, we have 3 of these, and we have 2 of those. They have 1. They have 29 progress. They have 1 of those, and they have 26. Okay. All right. So for us, we're on our A side. We are a merchant empire, so we do have that. Cards in play for us will be awe-inspiring, phalanx, companion cavalry, and Swahili coast. We have nothing garrisoned. Cards in our history. We've got Philip II. Can I find him? There we go. Ionians. Conquer. Advance. Alexander. Woodland. These triumphs are going to come in handy since we got them both. 2 triumphs. Egyptians. And Alexander the Great. That's our history. Our deck in hand. So we do have 2 unrests, which is unfortunate. We do have 2 of those. So let's start from here. What do we have? Okay, let's actually do these. So we have Alexander in Egypt. Prosperity. Development. I mean, it's really everything else. Okay, so there's all of the Macedonian cards. We've got Marvelous. That's another really high point fame card, which should work out for us. Hopeful Exchange System. And then these are tributary, or these are regions. So Jungle, Sacred Pass, Marsh, and Floodplain. 70 points. I'm not feeling great about that. Like, at all. Okay, and they already have 32, so I don't feel good about that at all. Okay, so the cards that they have, let's do this. We'll take this up, flip these over. Okay, their cards. Let's see what they have going on here. Again, I'm not feeling too excited about that, so we'll go to the Persian cards. They have everything, so they should have everything but windmills, battering ram, and sat wrap. So they don't have battering ram. Okay, so they have 48 points from their cards alone. So we'll move all their cards out. Okay. That's all their cards. So, let's go in order. Civilized. So they have exports, money lenders, and urban development. Oh my god, they won. We'll go to fame cards. So praiseworthy, notorious, glorious. Man. So praiseworthy, notorious, glorious. We'll go to region cards. Mountains, rivers, forests. So mountains, forest, river. We will go to trade route cards, which they have lapis. Tributary cards, they have a lot. Armenians, Minoans, Kin, Sumerians, and that. And then invasion as their last card. They demolished us. Completely demolished us. Good lord. Well, that's going to be it. That was a kind of a quick playthrough. If I made any rules mistakes, please let me know. I think I got everything, but you know how it is sometimes. So, anyway, that's going to be it. We got utterly annihilated. There was nothing. I don't even know. I don't know. Didn't play that very well. Anywho, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.